Hi there, Tim Bauer here from LiveVideoGuitarLessons.com with the practice tip of the day. This one is for the intermediate player, and today I want to start a series on chord coloring. It's what we can do with our basic chords to kind of give them some motion and just kind of give you more of a creative outlet and just kind of give different voicings of roughly the same chords. The notes that you use to color chords with primarily are seconds, fourths, and sixths. Sixths is hard to say. Today I'm going to deal with seconds. Alright, so let's start with A. We'll just do an alphabetical order here. The second note of any major scale is a whole step higher than the first note. So if I want to take my A chord, and you know your major chords are, or you should know your major chords are composed of the first note, third note, and fifth note of that scale. So these are all in the key of A, C sharps, and E's. Alright, the second is a whole step higher than the root. So the second is a B note. And so anywhere I stick a B note in there, I'm putting a second in there. So the common way to do it, I just pick that one up, put the open B string in there, and instead of the spelling of this chord being A, C sharp, and E, or 1, 3, 5, I've taken away the C sharp note, the only third note that was in there, and replaced it with the second. So this is now 1, 2, and 5 instead of 1, 3, and 5. You get kind of a nice round sound out of that. Usually, even though I was doing it to demonstrate like this, usually I play it like this. That's suspended second, and majors here. Okay, so I'm going to skip B because the B primarily comes from, usually you're playing a A-form B chord, so it's the same as for your A chord, so it's just that. C, the second note of a C scale is D. So if anywhere I put a D note in there, I'm adding that second in there. So I can either pick this up, which is not my favorite way to do it, but and by the way, this is we'll get into chord naming in another video. But when I did the A, I took away the third note and replaced it with the second. So that's a suspended second. When I have my C chord, the E note is C chord is C, E, and G, and my E note is my third. Even though I picked this one up, that E note, and replace it with the D, I still have an E note in here. So this is consider that C add 2 or C add 9. You see C add 9 very commonly. C add 9 is usually played like this, but that D is my 9. We'll get into more, do another video on extended chords, but basically you only have 7 notes of a major scale. So in the key of C, you have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C starts the next octave. So that's either 8 or 1, and 9 would be D again. In the first octave, you have C, D, this is D is the second, and then the next octave, D again at 9. So for purposes of what we're doing here, it doesn't really matter that much. Any D note, if you want to stick this one in there somehow, that's fine. A little awkward, but any D note, the second or 9, just whatever you want to call it. So this one's usually called C add 9. Sometimes it's played this way, or I can put the D in here. I tend to like the up toward the higher part of the chord. Alright, so for D, my second is an E note. That's the second note of a D scale. So usually you just pick this F sharp. And this is suspended second because F sharp is the third note. I'm taking that away. There are no other F sharp notes in there. And I'm replacing it with that E. So I get that. Okay, on E, it's much easier to deal with the add 9 for E. The second note of an E scale is F sharp, and it's easy to stick an F sharp down there. And that's usually the way it's done. But if you want to be a little more inventive, you can kind of walk over here. I'm taking my E because it's going to look nothing like an E chord. But I'm going to play, there's my E, here's my B, that's my F sharp note. And I can just play it on those 3 strings, it's pretty easy. And you kind of that dark kind of second. If you want to add more of that, if I pop this knuckle down and bar this A note, that's actually the fourth, which we're going to deal with in the next video. But this has both the suspended fourth and the suspended second. And then then there's my open B that belongs in the chord of my open E. So you can do this great big full kind of. The fingering for that's a little awkward, so it might take a little getting used to. Okay, next we would do F. F just comes from the E chord usually. We could do this. That's my second over there. Only playing that on 3 strings though. I could go to my open position F. The second note of an F scale is G. So typically this is done with the open position F, and I'll just pick that off of the 3rd string and put that G note in there. And this is F sus2 because there is no other A note in there. A would have been the 3rd. Alright, so that takes us through the whole alphabet. Hopefully that helped. Just kind of experiment around with those. And by the way, I didn't do the sharps and flats because those are all bar chords. Whatever you do to E and A is generally how you deal with the seconds when you're like at, you know, if you're doing C sharp sus2, you know, it's just like the A sus2 up here. By the way, these replace, because we're dealing with the thirds, if you do the ones that take away the 3rd, because it's that 3rd note that determines whether something is a chord is major or minor, this sus2 is a substitute for either major or minor. Usually you don't want to do it to the minor because you have the minor chord in there to establish minor. It's usually kind of important, but you can take it out and play sus2 for everything, you know. But just, you know, you have to kind of let your ear be the judge for that. So anyway, so hopefully that helped. Thanks for tuning in to this practice tip. Tune in again tomorrow for another one, and I will see you later. Thanks.